Hey everybody, welcome. This is the first episode of Discussing Who. I'm Kyle Jones.
And I'm Clarence Brown.
And we're going to be bringing you some talking about comic books, about Marvel, about DC, about the different characters that we like, different characters that we don't like, different characters that might be somewhere in between that we sort of like. But one thing I think we're on agreement of right now is we both like Spider-Man.
Yeah, man. I go way back. Well, seems like way back now to the early 2000s. Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, which I really loved. We've seen reboots, several reboots.
Yeah. Andrew Garfield,
and now Tom Holland. I think I'm still kind of partial to Tobey Maguire, but we'll get into that a little bit.
So we're, as you've probably figured out, we are right off of the homecoming of Spider-Man to Marvel Studios, sort of, kind of.
Yeah.
And
very much Marvel, man. There was a lot of Disney/Marvel influence in this Sony/Columbia Pictures film.
Well, considering the fact you saw Star Wars action figures, you knew you were all a part of Disney and Marvel, and you know they were like, here's action figures.
Yeah, but it's a testament to the universe they've built, because it is seeing the other heroes from the onset, the very beginning of the film, all up until the very end. Don't stay fed, by the way.
No. Patience is not worth it. Trust me.
We got Rick rolled by Cap.
Yeah.
Let me shut up. But seeing Marvel, the other heroes in this film, makes it really great. And, spoilers, by the way, guys. Just from the very beginning, seeing the behind the scenes. I mean, what would a kid do
in the Captain America Civil War?
If it was a kid from 2017 going out there, he would have his smartphone. He would be vlogging it, of course, and that's what we get in the first 10 minutes of the movie, and it's wonderful.
No, now my favorite part of that was that first opening where you see a film by Peter Parker. That was cool.
Yeah, and then he had a voice.
Yes, that was really cool. The thing that got me most about that particular scene was, yes, you're right. What would a kid do, and what would somebody that's embedded in social media as part of who they are would do. But they took that scene we had already seen at the premiere of Spider-Man and totally reversed it.
Totally different angle, and he's up there bragging about, I stole Cap's shield, so it was great. He called me in. They under roofs. But yeah, just really great. Tom Holland is an excellent Spider-Man. And just, seeing Iron Man as well in this movie play a prominent role was another part of this semi-merger thing they have going with Sony.
You talked about the cinematic universe a minute ago, and it was something that we commented on yesterday. A movie like this would not have been possible without the whole backstory of all the other movies. And I mean, yes, you could see it self-contained and it be totally, what it was, but you had that multi-layer story behind it.
Yeah, it definitely wouldn't have been the same. I just look at even, a while back to the Andrew Garfield movies. They were good. They were okay. The first one I thought was okay. The second one lost his way. Feel sorry for Jamie Foxx because I like him. He was not good in that movie. But, having the influences of the other characters and stuff just makes it so much more richer.
And you're right. Because the same thing happens to the X-Men movies. They don't have that richness of the Marvel universe that, and I think more so even than Spider-Man, the X-Men are so off in their own little
I will say that the benefit to the X-Men movies, though, they were able to, because they have so many different heroes in the X-Men, they were kind of able to craft their own thing, which they're still doing it. But I still like those movies. They can be standalone just because they have so many heroes in it. I think it's fine.
And there's so many that you have or have not seen yet.
But if they had everybody else in it, would be so much richer.
Correct. Because remember, Wolverine at one time was an Avenger. He was in Fantastic Four. He was an X-Man. He was, pretty much on everything.
So tell me what you know about the antagonist of this movie.
The Vulture. This was the actual first time I ever... Bat Vulture. Batbird Vulture. And if you know who played the Vulture in this movie, you'll get why I said Bat, Bird, Vulture.
Yeah.
But you know what? This was the first time I ever liked the Vulture as a character. Never really cared for him one way or the other. But he was cool in this.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, and maybe you can enlighten me. In the comic books, was his suit mostly tech or mostly bird-like?
Considering the fact that he was created in the early 60s, I think it was Amazing Spider-Man #2, I think. So that's probably 62, 63, somewhere about. So considering then, tech would probably not, be on the radar.
Yeah.
What I remember is this bald-headed man with the furry, collar, which he had in the movie.
Yeah.
The furry collar with the green arms and all that. So I think he transferred well into movie.
Yeah, I like how they took the tech from what happened in the first Avengers to kind of make that how he created his suit. They also used that a lot in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
True.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they kind of get that tech and use it for different purposes.
And the term damage control, have you ever heard of that before?
No, is that not purely a movie invention?
No, it is not. It is actually, there is actually a business, and I think they were somehow related or connected to the Fantastic Four, I think. But there were people who actually cleaned up in New York City in the comics that their job was cleaning up from superhero battles.
Did they take that tech as well? And
I don't think. I'm sure there may have been a story at some point, but.
And is it just me? Does that building they were in when he was first retrieving some of the tech, did that look like the same building they were in the first Avengers? You remember when Hulk punches Thor?
I thought I wasn't
very
sure
similar.
if it was the first or the second, but I bet it was the first. If they were in New York, it would have had, because wasn't the second Avengers in
Russia somewhere. It was different places. Yeah. So, what do you think about this coming of age aspect of the movie? We see Parker go from, get thrust into this world of Avengers, then kind of gets pushed to the side by Iron Man and kept under wraps and monitored.
Okay.
It's a very funny effect most of the time.
All right, so having said that, let's say you and I today receive a call and we are Nerdist. Everybody loves Nerdist. Everybody knows who Nerdist are. And they say, okay, come on, we want you to appear on one of our podcasts. Mm-hmm. So we fly to New York or wherever they are video. We meet Chris Hardwick. It's like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
And we're sitting by the phone waiting for them to call us back. We would be doing that, right?
Do you even like me?
Right? Do you like me? Hey, it's us. It's Kyle and Clarence.
Yeah.
You see where I'm...
Yeah.
I can't blame him for that.
Yeah,
I really can't.
Yeah, he did kind of keep him hanging, but at the same time, I guess he was still keeping an eye on him. To that point, the suit. He got the suit from Iron Man. We saw it in the Avengers, Civil War movie. What do you think about the spotter suit being like a mini Iron Man suit? They had a lot of tech in it.
So let me ask you a question. What was absent from the movie in regards to spider powers?
Man, we saw the different webs. We saw the wings.
But the wings have nothing to do with Spider-Man.
I know, but that's part of the suit, though. I'm spider powers. I did no Spidey sense.
Bingo. And if you had Spidey sense, you wouldn't need all those things.
Kind of. I mean, they had plenty of opportunities to show his spider sense, like the part when he's on the.
But if you're wearing a freaking costume that has
Lisa,
200 to 500 different modes, that he can, Spidey sense when you've got a radar around you, in the suit.
True, but he was in his normal jogging suit.
Maybe he just hasn't developed the power yet.
Yeah, and maybe we'll see that in the next movie.
Maybe so.
So, man, any more takeaways of the movie? Any other characters that kind of really...
I like, not necessarily a character takeaway, I like the fact that it wasn't whitewashed. And it didn't shove it down your throat that, oh, look, the girlfriend is black, or, the friend is Asian, or whatever.
Yeah.
Or whatever ethnic background that they came from. It just seemed to me to be organic.
And I think It was organic, it was subtle, but I think we have, in a lot of ways, the whole Miles Morales thing to thank for it not being an issue.
I agree.
Because seems like I remember when they first came out with the Miles Morales Spider-Man, there was some backlash.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But not as much so that if it would have been mainstream Peter that died and was replaced by Miles, as opposed to Ultimate Peter that died and was replaced by Miles.
So we've kind of been slowly attuned to seeing other races play these characters. So I think that's fine. What do you think about I'm trying to think.
His friend?
Yeah, his friend as well as the love interest.
The love interest, I liked her. She was cool. The friend got on my nerves for 3/4, 5/8, or whatever of the movie. Almost all of the movie. Maybe in his last couple.
Man.
I did not.
He was great.
I did not. It wasn't the actor, but it was something about the portrayal of. Can I tell? I want to tell.
Come on, if you're a 15-year-old sidekick and you find out your friend over here is a freaking superhero,
I'm not going to be going.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm going to be going. No, I can't tell that. I'm sorry.
But you're going to be bugging them, asking questions like.
I might be bugging, but I would be smart enough to be able to sit there and say, "Hey, I know we can't talk about this right now."
Yeah,
I
true.
couldn't get that.
And again, like you talked about the collar for Vulture, I liked how we had Shocker. The guy kind of had the yellow arms. Mm-hmm. Now the first guy seemed like I know was the checker.
I thought that.
But the second guy, his arms were yellow once he got the Shocker thing. So.
And do you remember the guy who actually appeared on Orphan Black? I was wondering where I noticed him from. The guy that was at the end where he passes the Vulture and says, they're in prison.
You know what? I don't know him from Orphan Black. You know what I know him from?
What?
He's in Better Call Saul. He's like a main character in Better Call Saul. It's really good too.
All right, well, he's
Nacho, I think his name on Better Call Saul.
He was in the first and second season of Orphan Black.
Yeah, speaking of cameos, there was a lot of them. There was Guilfoyle from Silicon Valley, the TV show, the teacher. He was on there. Of course, Donald Glover. Which do you want to give the reference to him?
There's a Donald, and again, spoilers, but. They make reference to Donald Glover's character having a criminal background. Then he, in a later scene, makes reference to, I have a nephew. And fans of the comics will know that the nephew that he was probably talking about is Miles Morales.
That's cool.
When Sony takes back Peter Parker, Marvel will still have Miles Morales. I predict that.
That's what should happen. Either one way or the other.
If they want to take back Peter, leave Miles.
Which since Miles is so late, I wonder is he included in that deal? Or is it anything Spider-Man related?
It depends on what the deal is. Because Miles was created after. Because that goes back, we could go to a whole episode about the rights of Superman whenever that was being disputed, and Supergirl and Superboy and all of that, which actually would be a good episode. And
it just goes to show, guys, what you can do when you work together, man. Why do we have to have all this division in our movies?
It's all about money. Seriously.
Yeah, true. But I guarantee you they're going to make way more money off this movie than they did with the previous Spider-Man. And I've been seeing some numbers.
Yeah, I've seen some numbers too.
It might top your...
okay, it's fine if it tops Wonder Woman. That's Marvel. I want Wonder Woman to be the shining star of DC. Now, you said Justice League might top it. That's fine, because Wonder Woman is in it.
Yeah, true.
That's fine.
True. I don't know that... Well, this is off topic, but the trailer actually got me kind of excited.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. I got to give it that. Maybe it'll kind of like erase the stench of Snyder a little bit.
Don't say it.
Sorry.
Donald.
Sorry.
There you go, Donald.
Sorry.
So, any last thoughts, man? Wrap it up. We've been going for a while.
I enjoyed it. That's all I can say is I would rent it. I mean, I would rent it when it comes out on DVD or whatever. Not rent it because we don't have Blockbuster anymore. But I would download it, stream it, whatever you want to call it. Yes, it was a good movie. What about you?
Loved it, man. Loved it. And actually, I'm thinking about going to see it again.
I figured that. Something told me that.
All right, guys.